All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the final game here of the Alan Sullivan Memorial Hockey Tournament in beautiful Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. We will have the home team, the Chebucto Atlantics, taking on the Glace Bay Miners, who defeated the Indigenous Bulldogs in semifinal action this morning. Starting goaltenders, first for the Miners, number 30, Rylan McKinnon, and for Chebucto, number 1, Hunter Henneberry. As we are officially underway here with Robertson, Cranston, and Chip starting things off here for the Atlantics as McNeil's away for the Miners. McNeil's going to make his way on to Jollymore, and he's going to poke check that away, and he's just going to fire that at the net as that goes offside. Thank you for tuning in here on the High Button Sports live webcast. It's been an absolute blast here this weekend at the Cape Breton County Recreation Center. We've been able to bring you guys multiple exciting games here this weekend, and this is the last one here for all the marbles for the championship and for all the bragging rights here, and it could make for a very interesting drive home for whoever wins this one. So Chebucto looking to keep their perfect record intact here as Chip has that taken away by McNeil, and now Kaiser's away on Jollymore. Kaiser 1-on-2, he's got McNeil coming late. Kaiser's going to try and put that through the middle there as that's blocked by Jollymore, and he's double teamed there in the corner. Robertson now down low to help out. He's going to rim that around the net as McNeil gives a chase to Jollymore, and they're going to rim that back around for Robertson, and that's going to go up to the point here. So that's dumped back down. So now they're going to fight in behind the net there as McNeil for the Miners. He's going to rim that around. That's going to go back into the corner here. McNeil in the corner just in front of the booth now as Cranston's going to come away with that. Cranston looking for his options. He's going to look to try and get the line here as that exits the zone, and now Jollymore's going to get it. Jollymore's just going to fire that through neutral ice down into the zone, and that's not going to be enough for icing there as the Miners look to break out here. That puck's going to stay just inside the line there as Lorette's going to hold it. He makes a nice move down the right side. He's going to hit the brakes, look up. Another nice move there down in the corner. Lorette trying to make his way back to the net now as that's pinched off in the corner. The ice there, he's got Pelham on him. Junior McNeil through the middle. Looking for O'Coin, but that's going to be picked up by Lorette here by the Atlantics. Lorette down the right side. He's going to stop up. Looking to the middle. Looking for Pelham. Pelham on the backhand. Now he's going to cut to the net. Fire that towards the goaltender, and that was blocked. Pelham now. He's going to take a bump. Tries to fire that out front. It's blocked once again. Around the net here for the Miners as they break out. Up ice they go. They got one-on-one with Noel here. And in contact hockey, that's a great play. But here in U11AA, that's going to go down as a penalty here. As we're going to go 2 for interference here for Noel, as Dixon had a step there wide. That's going to be the first power play here for the Miners early on. 15-minute periods if you're new to the broadcast here. So good chance for the Miners to get on the board early here as Chebucto looks to kill this one off. As Lorette and McNeil tie up off the faceoff, and now Jollimore's going to jump in, but he's going to have to retreat back to his position. As now McNeil tries to fire that through the middle. Henneberry's going to stay on him. That hits the back of the liney's leg there, and he felt that one in the cold rink as that's going to be tipped up and heads up down there. What a snag by the Glace Bay coach. Somebody get that guy a baseball contract. That was destined for head coach in the middle there, and some great reactions, and that's the most excitement we've had early on here thus far in this game. As now it's going to be sent down the ice by Henneberry as Link gets a tiny piece of that and slows it down a little bit as Pelham's going to give chase. So Pelham's going to jump right on that there as the Miners defenseman's a little lackadaisical with the puck. Now McNeil's going to go around the net. He's going to wheel up the right side. He's got Lorette back checking hard on him. McNeil, big long strides down the right side. He's going to try and cut to the middle. Now he goes backhand off the side of the net there, and tender Henneberry was all over that one as Link's going to fire that down low to Kaiser, and that's briefly interrupted there by Lorette. Now Henneberry's going to send that down the ice. That's going to make it all the way here. So a minute left to go here in the man advantage. As Metlich, he's going to turn that one over. I'm not sure if he called for it, but he got a tape-to-tape pass there from Hogan of the Miners. So Struiff now, he's just going to eat the clock and pin that one up against the wall. And what I could imagine the ref saying, move the puck down there. Metlich working hard. He's looking for that short-handed chance here. Chebucto just continues to press here while down a man. That's going to find McKenzie through the middle. McKenzie on Jollymore. He's got to step on him, and now a little exchange at the point. And that's going to go offside there as McKenzie looks skyward. That's going to be a face-off just outside Chebucto zone here as we're going to have a late change. As Jollymore is going to have to come back on, and Douglas will have to make his way back to the bench there as the arm was already up by Mr. Referee. So we're going to have both defense come back in here, Henneberry and Jollymore now. So you got to assume this puck goes up ice. They're going to switch. Now Jollymore is going to step up and take this draw. Pushes that forward. Now it's going to be dumped back in the Chebucto zone for Henneberry. He's just going to send that the length of the ice. And now we're going to get the switch up. As Douglas and Castonguay enter the zone now. McKenzie, he's going to get the long breakout pass. He's going to go one-on-one with Castonguay. McKenzie, he's going to elect to go wide here. Drops the front leg. Power move to the net, and a great job by Castonguay. Stick on puck there. Much to the delight of the fans as that partner pass is going to come across. That shot up there. And that puck was on its side there on that shot, and that's just going to end up over the net now. That puck's going to exit the zone. Graham, he's just going to flick that back in lightly as O'Coin was heading back to regroup now as Castonguay is going to pick it up here for the Atlantics. Even strength play now. Castonguay cuts the middle. Now he's going to try and shoot, and he leaves that there. Now they're going to get it low, and there's Chip down in the corner. He's going to go up top to Douglas. Douglas, shot from the point. Doesn't make it to the net. Castonguay is going to pinch down. He's going to fire that. That's going to go wide left of the net now. Into the feet there of McKinnon. And now it's going to come back up to Douglas. Douglas at the point. Tries to release that right away. Doesn't see the lane to the net. And he fires that back down into the corner. Cranston looks for his options. Didn't like the point option. Now it's stolen by McNeil. McNeil up to McKenzie. McKenzie through the middle of the ice. Tries to put it through the feet of Castonguay. And away go the Atlantics on transition. Cranston. He's got McNeil on him hard. Cranston. Got pushed off the puck there, so he's just going to send that down deep for Robertson. McPherson, sorry. I don't know where I got Robertson. As now McNeil's going to send that up the middle as Noel's going to pick that off, and Chebucto's back on transition here as that's Chip. Chip leaves it for McPherson. McPherson shot and smothered up there by McKinnon. Now Chip's going to take a tumble in front of the net as he was pushed, looking for that rebound. First good save there for the young netminder from Glace Bay. Rylan McKinnon. First action I've seen of him here thus far. We thank you for tuning in here as we bring you the Chebucto Atlantics live stream. As Chebucto wearing the bright green and Glace Bay rocking their whites here in the championship game, as the last game we've seen them in their black uniforms. Junior McNeil tries to get that out of the zone. That's picked off by Pelham. Pelham's just going to chip that in low. And now it's going to be back up the wall. Pelham now, he's just going to fire that at the net. That hits the back of one of the Miners' defenders, as Noel's going to pick that up on the left point. He's just going to cycle that down low for Pelham. Pelham off his stick as McNeil's going to get it. McNeil, chip up the wall, looking for Kaiser. A couple bodies hit the ice here. Breakout pass there for McNeil, and that's going to come back to Noel. Noel fires that on net, and that's a block there. Doesn't make its way. Be fired up, and that's just going to go through the feet there of Noel, and that's going to be no icing, and he's going to have to race Kaiser for it. Looks like McDonald and Noel both racing for that as they collide and they tumble into the boards, and that puck's going to squirt free now as Pelham's going to hit the brakes and go back the other way, and just out of the reach of Kaiser as McKenzie's on the play now. He gets poke checked there by McDonald, so good active stick there from the young defender as Lorette's away. Lorette being pressured by Hogan. Now he's going to try and cut to the middle, and that was taken there by Link. And O'Coin looked like he had a step there, but Pennebury takes that out of his feet, and Pelham's going to try and poke that free with his reach. Pelham down the left side. He's going to look to get a shot here as he cuts into the middle. Now backhand. Big save there by McKinnon as he tried to sprawl across the crease, and that gets a piece of his pad. And away goes O'Coin for the Miners. 7:55 left to go here in the first. McKenzie, he's going to take a shot, and that's blocked by the defender, Henneberry here. Now McKenzie tries to go to the point, but he fans on that, and that's up off the stick of Metledge. And that's going to be held in there by Link. So good instincts there by the young defender, Link. As now that puck gets away from Douglas. Back to the point. Hogan fires that through some feet. Douglas is going to stop that now. He's just going to chip that outside the zone. They're going to send that right back in now as Henneberry makes a good decision there. Didn't want to deflect that one and change direction for the goaltender. Sutcliffe takes a spill far side of the ice now. He's just getting to his feet. As now McNeil tries to make a play as Struiff has that taken away by McKenzie. Up through the middle of the ice now. Douglas. He's going to look for his options. He's going to go up the far wall there to Sutcliffe. And a great look there from Douglas and good patience as he's going to make a good breakout pass and he's going to head for the bench. Chebucto in now. McNeil, he's going to go back in through the middle. High stick from McKenzie, but that's canceled there as Sutcliffe was the first one to touch up. McNeil for the Miners. He's going to chip that out. Jollymore is going to meet that at the top of the point. He's going to fire that back down low. Struiff now. He's going to try and walk the lane in the middle now. As O'Coin gets out-battled by Sutcliffe, and they're going to delay it offside as that's going to be picked up by Jollymore just inside his blue line. As he's going to go up the wall off the boards there. As Sutcliffe, he's going to have a step here if he can get by. He's wide. Sutcliffe looking for his options in the middle to Struiff. Struiff had a chance, but that puck bounced off his stick. Shot zone, just missed the left side of the net there. It's a good chance in front with 6:20 left to go here in the first. That puck cycled down low. It's going to come around the other side for Surratt. But Sutcliffe's there to meet him as they collide. And puck in the feet here, and that's going to end up going low as Hogan's going to try and get that one out. He elects to go to the forehand. That's turned over. Chip takes pressure from McNeil there, and he pushes him into the wall. No call. As now Castonguay is going to get it for the Atlantics. He's going to go through the middle there to McPherson. Good luck. McPherson turned around. Jollymore now. He steps in. He's going to keep that in at the blue line. Now he's going to try and make a move. He's just going to backhand flip that one down into the right corner. Link's just going to rim that one around, and Junior McNeil blew a tire on the way, so Castonguay is going to get there first. He fires that at the net. Tipped. Rebound right in front. And that's put home there. Andy Chip on the doorstep once again, where I feel like I've said that multiple times this weekend. As you get that puck to the net, the rebound finds the slot, and Chip's going to put that home and give Chebucto a 1-0 lead here in the championship game. We have our first tally here this afternoon. And 5:35 left to go here in the first period. So Chebucto once again using those defense to activate the offense, and they're just getting that puck through a lane to the net and hoping for the best. And a lot of time it has worked out for them this weekend as Kaiser's away now. Cranston back checking hard. As now Noel's there. Noel, he's going to play defensive positioning there. He's just going to fire that up the wall to Chip. Chip in good position. Chip down the left side. He's got McPherson with him. Drags the foot. McPherson, good job. Now he's got a shot. Then just shut that right glove there, and that just goes wide as he made a real good play at the blue line there to keep himself on side. Another good set of hockey IQ there as that puck's going to squirt out in neutral ice for Noel, who was shaded back there as McDonald was up in the play there, so good heads-up play, and now Noel's just going to get the line, and he's going to dump that soft chip. As now McPherson and Chip are on that, and Cranston's going to come up with that in the left corner. Cranston looking for his options, makes a move, fakes right, goes left, in behind the net now. He's being pressured hard by McKenzie. Cranston turns, goes the other way. Loses McKenzie for a split second. Tries to go backdoor to Chip, who's been parked there all tournament. As they like to get to the dirty areas. As now Chip, he's going to get that on the cycle. He looks. He's going to try and fire that back to the point. Now Cranston's going to get it, but away goes Kaiser. Kaiser, step on Noel. He's going to haul him down. No call there. As Noel, the aggressive defender. Now that puck's going to be Chip, and he's going to chip it by, and he's going to look for Cranston here in the middle as that one just squeaks through, and now that's going to be offside there as the puck goes in just ahead there at the blue line. So 4:10 left to go here in the first frame. Chebucto just taking a 1-0 lead here on a goal by Andy Chip on the doorstep. That puck's going to be squirted down into Chebucto territory as the partner pass from Henneberry to Douglas. Now Douglas is going to wait for his options. He's going to go cross-ice pass, and a good look there as Pelham's away. Pelham down the left side. He's just going to chip that and go. He waited to see if he could get the lane. Now he doesn't, so he's going to chip and chase. Lorette's there now as McNeil's going to intercept that one. He's going to fire that at the net, and that's tipped wide. Pelham in behind the net here. 3:45 left to go in the first. Up the wall to Surratt. He's pinched off there by Lorette, and that puck's going to squirt out into center ice for Henneberry, who's going to turn back and go the other way. Partner pass to Douglas. Right side blue line, neutral ice through the middle. Almost intercepted as looking for Lorette, the intended target. As now Lorette's taking down Pelham. He's got a step in all alone. Pelham, shot. That's up high off the crossbar as Reffy was right on site there, and he calls that one off right away as now that puck's going to go through the feet of Douglas, and McNeil's just going to turn and fire that low. Glace Bay in their own zone now. That's going to fire out into center ice. That gets by. Douglas, he's just going to send that back down deep here. Chebucto loves to work down low and behind the goal line. Activate those D and get those point shots through. Glace Bay on the rush now as Henneberry is going to step up, and he holds his ground, and he keeps that puck at center ice as McNeil look to get away. Henneberry up the wall. McNeil read that like a book. As Lorette had to battle Surrett there. Henneberry, a little chip pass to himself. Pelham looking for his options. He's just going to try and get the red line here. He's just going to send that deep, and that icing's waved off, and they're going to go for a full change. Pass up to O'Coin just out of his reach. Jollymore. He's just going to fire that deep, and that's going to be called for icing as he was on the wrong side of the red line there. So a couple more steps, get that red line. You can cancel that icing pretty quickly here. So 2:21 left to go now in the first period. That faceoff's one back there by Metledge. They're going to go reverse back up the wall as Hannon tries to go, but now it's going to be Struef. He picks it up. He's going to go 1-on-2. He's got Metledge coming late. Struef tries to go through the middle. Now he's got a step. Pushes that far ahead. As now McKinnon tries to poke check that away, but that's out of his reach, and now Struef's still on it. Metledge in behind the net. Tries to wrap it around. Comes out front. Oh, and they whack away at it. And couldn't get a piece there as now the rebound shot's wide. Struef, he fakes the point pass, and he's going to go back down low, but now that's stolen, and now they're going to try and clear here as that's going to go to Jollymore, and he's just going to fire that at the net, and a good glove save there by McKinnon as he's going to let that one stay in the glove here. Face off to the left here of McKinnon. And Chebucto's going to win that, and that goes back to Jollymore. Jollymore shot through traffic just wide of the net as Junior McNeil collides with Struef, and now a few bodies hit the deck here. Now Sutcliffe tries to go in the middle of Struef. Struef going hard to the net, and he's taken down. Puck in the crease there. Castonguay is going to jump down as Jollymore slots back. Puck sitting in the slot once again. McNeil's away. He's going to have to race Jollymore. Jollymore's just going to come in and swoop and steal that one as he's going to hit the brakes and go back the other way. Now he's got traffic everywhere as he takes a bump there from Kaiser. As now Castonguay is going to rip that one off the boards just out of Sutcliffe's reach, and Metledge is hard on that as Sutcliffe's going to join the party now. In the feet there, skate to stick, he tried to go. Metledge on the wall. Battling with Mackenzie Kaiser. As now Mackenzie's away. Good skating Mackenzie here. Tries to go through the legs of Castonguay. Doesn't work. So now McNeil's just going to send that in deep as that's going to land it behind the net there. And they got Kaiser forechecking hard as Jollymore's going to go up off the wall looking for Cranston. Cranston, good read off the wall. He's going to go through the middle. Chip in all alone. Chip with McPherson. Pass to McPherson. Shot. Big save there and a good read by McKinnon as that was a 2-on-0. And a good unselfish play by Chip as he looked for his line mate, and now McPherson's on that. He fires it out front, finds Cranston. Cranston takes that on the backhand, makes two moves, runs into Kaiser. That puck squirts away from him. McLean now, backhand through the middle to McNeil. McNeil through the right side with speed. Noel's going to step up on him, and they're going to go offside now with 14 seconds left to go in the first period. So the crafty McNeil and McKenzie on the minors. The Landix are going to have to be aware with those two players on the ice as they generate a ton of offense here for that Glace Bay team. Pretty solid crowd here on hand on Sunday afternoon here in Cox Heath, Nova Scotia. McNeil with a good look up to the point. That shot's going to come, and that's smothered up there by Henneberry as O'Coin was on the doorstep, and a good look there by McNeil. 1.8 seconds left to go here, so looking to tie up off the faceoff and not allow any shots to happen in this small frame. As Henneberry's ready to go in the net now. Cranston just got a piece of that, and that's going to do it here for the first period. So Chebucto holding on to a 1-0 lead here in the championship game. The Alan Sullivan Memorial will be right back in about 30 seconds here with the second period. And just like I promised, back after a quick break here as the opening faceoff is won. And that's going to be moved up to Chip there as he slips on his treads there as McNeil's away through the middle of the ice. He's got Surratt with him. McNeil right into traffic. Now he's going to make his way down the right side as Noel's going to be hard on him. Up to the wall. He tries to find his option into the feet of Chip now. As Dixon, he makes a move, and that's going to be chipped out just outside the blue line as McLean's just going to fire that one, and that's tipped by McDonald on his own tendy. And now Henneberry's just going to play that one as the Glace Bay team just kind of sat back as McNeil's going to go chasing behind the net. Noel's going to go up the wall for McPherson, and a good read there by Morgan to step into that. McPherson battling on the wall. That puck's going to go inside the Glace Bay zone now. So that's chipped down for McDonald. McDonald, partner pass for Noel. Noel, little move. Chip around McNeil, in over the blue line. Cranston stays on side. Chip through the middle, over to Pelham. Pelham, shot up wide left. Now he gets it back on the side of the net there as he's looking for Chip again. Chip's going to go up top. Henneberry, he's going to fire that just in low there as now Cranston's going to go for it. Cranston, in a great hockey family as his old man played pro. And some time in the QMJHL as well. Be interesting to see the conversations they have. Shout out to Tim. As Douglas comes around, he's going to look for that long outlet pass that Chebucto loves to do. As now it's going to be offside as the Glace Bay players weren't quite outside the zone yet. Great game here thus far. Here on this Sunday afternoon as these two teams battle for ultimate supremacy, if you will. Winning tournaments as young kids is always great memories. As later on in life you can look back and say, no, you did not win that tournament. We did. As Jollymore now, he's got some speed. He looks up. He's got a little bit of space down the right side. He's just going to try and fire that to the middle. Now he turns. He's taken down. No call. Holds on to the puck there as great job by Lorette there, showing off the flexibility to keep that one inside the zone. And now McNeil's going to have a chance. Shot, and that's going to go wide right there as McKinnon just let that one go. McNeil through the middle, looking for McKenzie. So that's going to go to Lorette. Castonguay through the feet there, and that just gets by Pelham as now Link's going to have, and he's just going to take his time and wait for his players to get into position. Pelham down towards the net. That's going to end up in the slot as Hogan's there with McNeil on him. Pelham using that reach of his to get in there on the forecheck. He's going to come out now. He's going to go back up top to the point, just like the Atlantics really like to do. Castonguay shot tipped, and that hit Lorette on the way, and that makes its way to the corner as Jollymore's going to make his way in front of the net and a pass. Oh, and that gets tipped by McNeil inadvertently. And McKinnon was quick on the draw there as he closed up the pads, and he's going to smother that one, and we're going to have a face-off just inside the zone here to the left of McKinnon as he gets a tap from Graham. And McLean there as they're happy with his performance thus far. As now Metlich, he tries to go forward off the face-off, and McLean's going to jump in and take that one. He's going to retreat behind the net here. McLean is going to go to the backhand through the middle for McNeil, but that's picked off by Sutcliffe through the feet there of Metlich. Back up top for Struiff. Struiff, that one just comes out of the zone as Castonguay is going to flip that one back in as Chebucto touches up, and McNeil is going to chip and go. He goes by Sutcliffe, and there goes Jollymore. He's right on him, and that puck's going to land right on the blue line, so no offside there as that one was sitting pretty. Jollymore, he's going to hit the brakes and go back the other way as Kaiser wants him there. And a little miscommunication there at the blue line. As now McLean's just going to fire that one up and over, and a good safe decision as Jollymore's going to play that with the glove, and another good decision there. So the high IQ still on display here. As if Jollymore tried to take that one with the stick, there's a chance that gets by him, and they're gone the other way. As now Struiff working hard in the corners as he does. On the backhand, looking for the options, tries to center that. That doesn't find anybody, and now O'Coin's got it on transition. O'Coin's got McNeil with him. Jollymore's going to jump right on him there. Same with when McNeil has it. As he jumps up, he's just going to fire that far side. Just inside the Miners' blue line as Graham's going to meet that there, and he's going to make his way up the right wall. Chip to Kaiser over his stick. Struiff now. He's going to try and chip and go, and he just goes straight lines, and he runs in to Graham there as Kaiser tries to get through the traffic. McLean's going to go back here for the Miners. He's going to look for his options, and that's turned over there for Chip. Chip up to Cranston. Cranston shot, and that's tipped there as Kaiser got a stick on that, and that's the last guy you want to give the puck to in the slot is Cranston. He is an absolute boomer Clear to see he practices that in the driveway. Or maybe he has a dryer. Back up to the point. That's held in there as Chip takes a bump now. Unintentional hit there as the two bodies collide. Kaiser's away with McNeil. Kaiser on Noel. He's just going to shoot that blocker side. That's going to miss the net as McNeil now. Rebound into the feet of Henneberry there. And he had no idea where that was, but Chebucto clears. And Cranston's away. He's got McNeil on him hard. Cranston down the left side. He cuts to the middle. Finds Robertson. Shot. Oh, and that puck had eyes, but that just missed the left post there as Cranston didn't mean to leave it, but he did as McNeil's away. McNeil, Kaiser, 2-on-1 on Noel. McPherson back checking hard, and a great job by Noel there just to get stick on puck, and now that puck's going to be deflected out front. And Henneberry, that is, as I made the mistake last game of calling him McSween. Regardless, it's the Chebucto goaltender making a save. .9:59 left to go here in the second frame, so we will have an intermission at the end of this period. So the big dog status here for the U11 AA's as they get their intermission. Now the puck's tried to be clear, but it's not. Now it gets out. Pelham has it. Pelham trying to find McNeil. They're going to go offside there as Lorette was just a step ahead of the play, and we're going to have a face-off just outside the blue line now. So Chebucto holding on to this 1-0 lead here. As now that puck is just bounced back and forth here in neutral ice as Morgan gets it, but he's got Pelham on him, and Pelham's going to squirt that through the legs there as McKenzie's back to help out. Just out of his reach. Shot it behind the Glace Bay net now. Surrett picks it up with speed on the wall, and a good breakout there by the Miners as he looked for Hannon, but Hannon was just behind it a bit there as McNeil goes, and McKenzie's going to meet him there, and he's all over the ice. Pelham now, he's going to fire that in down low, off the wall. That's going to bounce over the stick of Douglas there, as now Henneberry's got Surrett. One-on-one, Surrett. They get tangled up, and there's going to be a delayed call here, and it's going to go against Chebucto as Morgan gets it at the point. And that's blocked by the head of Lorette as he got out there and tried to get the body on it and blew a tire, and he takes it off the melon anyways. And you know what they say, that's using your head. So Henneberry is going to go here for the Atlantics for a hook. Glace Bay is going to get their second power play here this afternoon. And you're going to look to even things up here. As that puck shot up to the point, held by Morgan. Dixon. He's just going to fire that through a crowd, and that hits the glove of Noel. And that's going to end up just inside the corners. He's just going to fire that down the ice, and that bounce over the stick of Dixon. Pelham read the bounce. He's got a step now. Pelham, left side, shot. That's going to be rimmed right around there as Cranston's going to have to go back for that one as he's going to hold that in, and he just goes soft dump. So now he's going to have to retreat. Pelham hard on the back check. As now McNeil's away. McNeil with McKenzie. He skates right into a crowd, and away goes Cranston on transition. Cranston, he's got a step. Cranston. Kaiser hard on him, and he gets pushed off there. Now he's going to have to back check hard as Dixon's away. Dixon through the middle of the ice as Jollymore jumps at him right away, and he pushes him to the left there, and that's going to force them to go offside. So good heads-up play there by Jollymore as he took his opportunity to pounce, and he did, and he forces them to go offside. It's a great spot to stop the rush there. It's right at the blue line. High risk sometimes, but if you're smart about it like Jollymore was there, it works out to your advantage. Lorette now, he's going to steal that one. He's just going to chip that one in, take no chances. As Link's going to go behind now. He's trying to link up with Hannon. Hannon gets that now, but Lorette hard on the back check, and that's going to be picked up by O'Coin now. He's going to leave that for McNeil. Little NHL power play breakout there as McNeil's just going to step over the line. That's blocked by Lorette. His second block shot here of this shift as away goes Jollymore, short-handed. Jollymore, he's going to go right at Hogan. Now he's going to go down the right side, and that's going to go into the middle there. And McNeil's looking for that rebound as he's on it now with Hogan. McNeil, he's going to work in behind the goal line. Move over front, shot there, and a nice save there by McKinnon to hold the post. Now that puck's going to come around to Jollymore. Jollymore, he's got some time. He's just going to fire that up and over. That's going to be played by a high stick here, so Glace Bay touches up, and that faceoff's going to stay inside here with 28 seconds left to go in the Miners' power play. Jollymore has a question for Mr. Referee, and it looks like he answered that. He likes that, and he's going to stay. So Sutcliffe's going to be on the draw here against Mackenzie. As now they tie up, and away goes Surratt. Surratt from a dead stop has a good burst of speed down the right side. He's got beat Castonguay there as that puck was poked through his legs, and Jollymore gets a piece of that now too. Metledge now. That puck's chipped in behind Jollymore as Castonguay is going to go get it, and he's just going to fire that through the middle of the ice, and lucky there as that went through the legs of Surratt. As now Graham's just going to dump it in. 5 seconds left to go in the power play as Henneberry's getting ready to exit the penalty box. They're just going to fire that the length of the ice as that's tipped by Graham, and that's going to go down on McKinnon. So McKinnon puts the glove behind the stick there, wants to take no chances. As now McLean's just going to fire that one up the ice, and Jollymore's just going to rip that back in. Hits one of the moorings on the glass. With 6:42 left to go here in the second period. An absolute nail-biter here thus far here is only the one goal scored by the youngster Andy Chip. As now Struiff, he's going to come in on the left side. He's stick-killing, tries to go through the middle for Sutcliffe, but he's upended. There's now Metledge, he's going to work in the corner. Sutcliffe's going to park his body in front. As now Struiff's going to take a lane to the net. He tries to cut hard, but his space is taken away. Struiff, now he turns, tries to center that, and a good play there by Kaiser to get down on one knee and take that away. That puck's going to be rimmed around. Jollymore, he's going to look. He wants the lane to the net. Shot there and a blocker save by McKinnon. A good job by Jollymore to get that puck through. As now Metledge is taken down there, and Surratt, and it's always funny to watch the player. Look at the kid as now Kaiser had a one-on-one with Jollymore, and Jollymore just took away his space, and back to his feet he goes. And now we're going to have a penalty here as Sutcliffe touches up. As we're going to have a tripping call now. As Sutcliffe went to chip that puck, go to the zone, and caught the feet there of Morgan, and he's going to head for two, maybe less. 5:45 left to go now. Face off one there. It's just chipped back into their own corner. As now McPherson's going to try and come out front of the net there. Always a dangerous play, but he saw a lane, so you got to trust his instincts on this one as that puck's going to roll by McKinnon. No icing as Chebucto is on the kill. Dixon through the middle of McNeil. McNeil, a little touch pass to Kaiser who blows a tire. He's back up to his feet. Henneberry now. He shoots that by, and that's going to find the stick of Morgan as McPherson's back pressuring hard here as Kaiser steps in over the line. That's going to be held right at the line now. As now that puck's going to be chipped down into the corners. Henneberry's going to go get it, and he's got McNeil hard on him. Henneberry, soft chip into the left side for Noel. Noel, he tries to chip and go, but McKenzie now, he's got a lane all alone, but he lost the puck. Up top now to Dixon. Dixon from the right point. Shot, tipped, blocked by Cranston, and now Cranston's got McPherson all alone. A great lead pass there. McPherson in all alone with Dixon on him. Shot, scores! McPherson on a great pass from Cranston, who just laid it into a zone where McPherson could get it. And the point from there is not to rip that, just to get it to a spot where they could pick it up, and he does just that. And McPherson makes no mistake here, as that's going to give Chebucto a shorthanded goal and a 2-0 lead here with 4:50 left to go in the second period. So great job for Cranston to get his head up there and recognize McPherson gone on a break, and nothing really you can do one-on-one for McKinnon as the goalie. It's a 50-50 chance, and you'll take those odds any day of the week. As now there's still a minute left here in the man advantage here for the Miners as McNeil's going to give chase as Henneberry goes back. Henneberry tries to go through McNeil, and he's just going to loop back around as McNeil was going the other way. Back down to Douglas. Douglas, he's going to go in behind the net there. He's just going to turn and reverse that, and Chip's going to go for that. As O'Coin's hard on him, Chip's just going to chip that out. As Hogan's just going to leave that there for McNeil. McNeil wants the puck here. As now O'Coin's going to leave that for McNeil. McNeil, 1-on-2. He's just going to go wide right. He's got a step now. McNeil, shot. Oh, he went low blocker, and Henneberry got just enough of that to redirect that into the corner. 25 seconds left in the man advantage now. As O'Coin's working hard from his knees, and that's going to be sent the length of the ice there as that bounces over a few sticks. And now Chip's going to go hard here on Link as he goes back for it. Chip saw his opportunity there. He's going to pounce As now that puck's pushed up, and Pelham's going to intercept that, so Pelham's going to work down the wall. He's got one-on-one with Hogan, beats him. He's going to turn back and go the other way as McKenzie was hard on him. Now Pelham loses that to Hogan. Through the feet there of O'Coin. Jollymore is going to fire that, and a good save there by McKinnon as he saw that last second, and that was an absolute ripper from Jollymore at the point. As now they're going to cycle that down low for Pelham. Pelham, he's going to stay low. McNeil loses that in his feet. Hogan up to O'Coin now in the half wall. O'Coin's going to leave it to McKenzie. McKenzie's going to go down the left wall. He's got McNeil on him hard, and now Jollymore's going to pounce. So McKenzie, he's pushed off and taking away time and space there as him and Jollymore collide once more. As now Pelham's going to get it on the left wall. He's going to go through the middle to Lorette. He's just going to leave that there for McNeil. McNeil tries to squirt that through, and Link picks that up on the back pressure. Now it's going to be turned over. Lorette's just going to fire that down low. 3:05 left to go in the second period. So they're going to go glassing out or glassing in, I guess, if you will. As McNeil tries to get that out, but the long reach of Pelham stops that from. Now they're going to dump it back in, and Chebucto is going to go for a change here as the forward group. Or maybe just Pelham. As now Link looks for his options. He goes through the middle to McKenzie. McKenzie. He looks up. He tries to find some open ice. Now he's going to go down the right side. He's got Castonguay pivoting. McKenzie, shot. That's high up over the up over the net, sorry. As now Metledge is going to blow a tire. And Jollymore is going to go back, and he's just going to take some ice here as he looks for some open space. And he's got Sutcliffe gone, and Sutcliffe, partial break. He's got McLean on him. He spins. He's going to lose that there, and another good pass by Jollymore up ice, and we're going to have a delayed penalty here. It's going to be a tripping call here on Struiff. So that's going to be Glace Bay's third power play opportunity here as the parade to the box continues for the Atlantics. 2:20 left to go here, so good portion of the last part of the second period here will be spent on the power play. Chebucto hoping to get out of this unscathed here as they continue to give opportunities on the power play here as that pass is shot through the crease there, and that's going to hit the side of the net, and Henneberry's just going to cover that, and we're going to wait for the delayed whistle there as he's had that covered. So shout out to the rink crew here at Cape Breton County Recreation Center for keeping the ice in tip-top shape here for this tournament. Tons of hockey played. And we're in the final game here as McNeil's going to fire that. He was looking for Kaiser backdoor, and that just bounced over his stick as now Jollymore's going to pounce on that quick. He has Noel with him in behind the Chebucto net. 2 minutes to play now in the second period. Noel is going to battle with Surrett down. Now McNeil's going to come in, and he's going to try and fish that free. Kaiser wide open back post here. I don't know if anyone notices him, but that puck's going to be blown down here as Referee had seen enough, and he wants to stop the play, and we're going to go face off just to the left of Henneberry, who I'm positive is in net this time. Face off, and they're just both tie up. That's McKenzie and Cranston. As Jollymore, he's just going to send that the length of the ice, and McPherson, he's going to race Graham for that, but Graham's going to get there first, but McPherson hard on him right there, and McPherson, he takes a bump there from McNeil. McNeil's going to pick that up. He's going to turn, look up ice, and away he goes. McNeil for the Miners, down the right side. 3 Chebucto players back. Now he's going to go to the left side. He chooses to go to the left side there, and that hits the side of the net, and the crowd thinks that one's in, but it's on the back of the net there, and I'm not going to lie, I thought it was in myself. Graham at the right point for the Miners. He's just going to chip that back down low as Cranston was pressuring hard now. McNeil with a lost stick. Backdoor hits the skates of Kaiser as he was looking for McKenzie backdoor. Cranston's away now. Kaiser on him hard. Cranston, he's just going to shoot, but good back pressure there by Kaiser as he's just going to take away that opportunity. And Graham's going to chip and go as Kaiser up the right side. McPherson and him tangle up. Smart play there by Graham just to chip that out as McKenzie looked through the middle of McNeil. McNeil one-on-one with Jollymore. Jollymore keeps him to the right side. 40 seconds left to go now. As McKenzie blows a tire going into the wall there, as Jollymore's going to take no chances. He's just going to send that one the length of the ice down on the net. As that puck kind of bounced up the stick a little bit. And McKinnon's just going to play that. As they're going to go stretch pass and a good read there by Jollymore. As he takes a bump from Kaiser. Good aggressive play here. As now they're going to battle. As Kaiser gets thrown to the ground there. 15 seconds left to go. Pelham getting pressured by McLean, or McLean being pressured by Pelham rather, And now that puck's going to squirt out to the point. McDonald's just going to hammer that one down low. 5 seconds left to go. McLean looking for his options. He tries to go cross ice to McNeil. He does. 1 second. There's not going to be enough time here, as that's going to do it here for the second frame. So after 30 minutes, Chebucto clinging to a 2-0 lead here. And we're going to have a quick intermission. They'll flood the ice, and we'll be back shortly here with the third period on High Button Sports Live. And after that, quick but longer than normal intermission, we are back here, and this is the final 15 minutes here of the Alan Sullivan Memorial as Chebucto holds on to a 2-0 lead over the Glace Bay Miners, as Jollymore's just going to wait for that one to come back, and he's going to look for Cranston. That's going to go down the ice past Graham. It's going to be a delayed icing here as they look for the stretch pass. So 15 miles, 15 smiles. It could have been the message in the dressing room, as it does kind of match up with the roster size and the timing. So 14:46 left till happiness here, as long as they can hold the lead. As now Chip got all discombobulated there on the faceoff, and or maybe it was a drawn-up play. Either way, now he's in position. That's going to be rimmed around to him. He's going to pick that up on the back end. Chip, he's going to go through the middle to Cranston. Cranston does a spinorama move down the left side. Cranston has a step. Shot. Saved there. McKinnon got a piece of that, as that's going to head down to the left corner. McPherson now is Hannon took a spill there, and yeah, he's okay, so he's up. Jollymore, shot through traffic. Tipped. Laying there in the crease. That puck's loose. Shot. They're digging away at it now as Chip is on the doorstep here once again as he's bowled over, and McKinnon stays strong down low, and he's going to keep that puck go to the net. So it looks like we have a minor hockey team down to the left there, cheering on some local talent here. Face off to the right of McKinnon in the minor zone. So we get things set up here on the face-off. As McKenzie's going to take that off the draw as Pelham's hard on him. McKenzie down the right side. He has that in his feet. He continues with it. Chips by. Noel's just going to pinch him off there. Off the side of the net there was Surratt. Now it's going to go in the slot as McKenzie was coming in late, but that's going to find Pelham up on the left wing. Pelham down the left side. He's just going to chip that into the zone. They're going to chip and chase here as McNeil's coming around the other side. Hits the side of the net as Lorette's back there. So 3 Atlantics behind the goal line. As away goes Dixon for the Miners. That's stolen there by McNeil. McNeil's just going to turn and fire that one through some feet there, and McKinnon tracked that all the way. So good save there, as now they're going to go back up top. Pelham to Noel, left point. Noel's going to walk in, back down low to Pelham. Pelham look back up to the point to Noel. That's going to be off the board and through his feet, and that's going to go all the way down the other end there as Henneberry wanted icing, but it was passed by his own teammate now as he's just going to smother the post there and make sure that one doesn't get through his feet. McDonald, fancy move behind the net there. Now he lost it in his feet. He's got McNeil on him, who's a threat there for the Miners. As now Lorette's going to be gone. Lorette down the left side. He's got 3 Miners to beat. He's going to go chip, and that hits the linesman. As now Chebucto's going to change. Junior McNeil's going to fire that towards the net. That's going to end up in the far corner. O'Coin's met by Douglas there, and that's sent up the wall. Metledge on the right side. He looks for Struiff. Struiff, that gets through, but McNeil with good back pressure, and he's going to intercept that. And now Douglas is just going to fire that back down the zone as Struiff tries to go through. He gets that through down the right side. He's met by Dixon there, and down he goes as Dixon's going to come out with the puck. He's going to look for McNeil right on the tape. Breako pass. McNeil through the middle, looking for the other McNeil. He leaves that there for O'Coin. Struiff now. Cut to the left, but that's stolen. Dixon away. Dixon with a good head of steam now. Right side. Cuts to the middle. Back to the right. Shot, and that's just deflected there. It took a weird hop and ended up down in the corner as Douglas is going to go down there and battle with McNeil as that goes in the feet of Metledge. Up top there for Sutcliffe, but that's held in by Link. Link fires that. That's going to make its way to the net there as Henneberry is going to cover up as McNeil was coming hard. So 2:50 gone here in the third period. So we're going to have a face-off to the right of Henneberry here. So Cranston and McKenzie on the draw. One back by the Miners, and that's going to be pushed through as Jollymore is going to hit the brakes and head up the right side. Jollymore through the middle, looking for McPherson. McPherson gets a piece of that, and he's going to chip by Hogan there, but Hogan gets a good piece of that, and he's going to send that down the ice here, and that's going to go down for icing as that avoided all the players. Good guy move there by Caston Gay. He's just going to leave that there for the linesman. Face off now down in the Miners' offensive zone. Defensive zone, I guess, if you're talking about the Miners in this situation. As Kaiser's got to step on Jollymore. Kaiser dealing with the stick of Jollymore, and a great play there as he took away time and space and kept him to the outside and just got enough of that puck with his stick to push that puck up to Cranston. Cranston 1-on-2. He's got Hogan and Link to beat. Back to the left. Cranston. He's going to turn and go the other way. And another good defensive play there by Link as he goes stick on puck the entire way. Don't want to give those guys any time and space. Surratt through the middle. Intercepted by McPherson. Swain and Jollymore collide as now McPherson. He's going to leave that for Cranston just inside the left blue line. He makes a nice move to the middle. Cranston onto the backhand. Back to the forehand. He tries to go through a crowd there and he's blocked. As now Surratt's just going to fire that through the middle, but it's intercepted there by Chip. Chip's going to fire that down low and he's going to head to the bench for a change. Surratt for the Miners. Intercepted now by Cranston. Cranston up the wall. It's going to go to Pelham. Pelham's just going to fire that one towards the net. That's going to go to the right corner now. McPherson's going to give chase there. As Hogan was there as well. As Jollymore jumps in, he's going to poke that one, keep that inside the zone. Pelham in his feet. He's just going to kick and go here. He's just trying to get that thing down below the goal line. Now he's going to go up top to Jollymore, and that was a good look, but it hit his skate, and it's going to head down the ice. No icing. As now Castonguay is going to get it. He's got Pelham wide open on the right side. He's just going to go through the middle to Lorette. Lorette over to McNeil. McNeil just outside his blue line. He's going to gain the red line now. He's going to leave that there for Pelham, who's just going to rip that in and delayed offside there. As now they're out. And away come the Miners. McLean down the right side, and he tries to flick that one in deep, and that goes off the melon of Strueef on the bench. As him and Pelham have a good chuckle. Now Lorette goes in and checks on his buddy. Maybe it was Sutcliffe. Either way, off one of the buckets in the Chebucto bench. So Lorette now against McNeil in the draw. McNeil's going to win that one cleanly back as Graham's just going to chip that up to McNeil on the left wall, but Lorette's right there. In his feet now as he battles for it on his knees. He's going to make a pass there from his knees, and Pelham another dump into the zone here. 5 minutes gone here in the third period. So that puck's rimmed around as McDonald's going to meet that there, but that's knocked down by a stick, and now he's just going to fire that back in the zone because if not, McNeil was gone to the races. As now Graham's going to look for McNeil. He tips that, and that's just going to bounce around in neutral ice there. Kind of looked like a tennis ball there as that goes in the feet of Noel. Noel's just going to rip that soft through the middle, looking for Pelham. Pelham, he's going to get that now. He's got McNeil coming late. Nice move by Pelham. Left side, pass, backdoor, McNeil. Oh, wow, what a look there. As Pelham made a nice move to get in the clear and open up the ice for McNeil there, but McNeil had a hard time. Now we're going to have a retaliation penalty. Now, Pelham's going to go for cross-checking. So we're going to have a discussion at the bench now. As McNeil's just starting to get to his feet now. And he's up. Good sign there for the Miners. As he took a bump. So emotion's getting high here. Conversation over at the bench here. Glace Bay going to go to their fourth power play here this afternoon. So in my experience here, it's the retaliation that always gets called, and I have always been on the retaliation end of things. Now I find myself in the booth. So big kill here for the Atlantics as they hold a 2-0 lead. The worst lead in hockey, they say. As that puck is pushed out to the point. Shot. That's going to get through, but not quite to the net as Jollymore has that in his feet. And away he goes. Jollymore. He's just going to fire that down deep, cross-corner dump, and that's a good play there as Sutcliffe was hard on the forecheck, and he's going to get there first, and he's just going to chip and go in behind the net. Now he tries to fire it out front as Lorette was on the doorstep. Now they're going to have to back check hard here as McKenzie's away. McKenzie on Noel. McKenzie's going to go wide. Noel, he's going to turn. McKenzie fires it out the middle, and that gets through a sprawling Jollymore, but Kaiser was just a little bit too deep there. As now that's going to be dumped down, and that's going to be met by Jollymore. Jollymore, he's just going to turn and fire that around the glass. That's going to find the stick of Lorette, and that's going to almost get outside the line, and now it does, and Lorette's gone as he's hauled down, and the ref lets that one go. As now the Miners are going to loop back, and they're going to gain speed. Dixon, smooth skating defenseman for the Miners. Up through the middle. He cuts to the right. No offside there. Dixon's just going to fire that, and that goes up over the net there as Henneberry stayed upright. Now Sutcliffe, he's going to battle on the wall there. as Swain is going to come out with it. Kaiser, that is. Mixing up my teams here. As McNeil tries to get free in the zone, and there's a brouhaha happening in the corner now. As we're going to have Quincy's here, coincidentals, because that's going to be Kaiser and Jollymore going now. So they exchange words on the way to the box. So we got roughing for Jollymore. As now Mr. Referee's going to have a quick chat. And that's going to be cross-checking for Kaiser. As McKenzie's hunched over on the way to the bench, but he gets up on his own. 37 seconds left to go in the man advantage, and we're going to have a should be 5-on-4 here. And there we go. That's going to be our late addition here is O'Coin. He's going to join the party now in the offensive zone. McNeil's fine. He's back out on the ice. Good to see. As now he's going to be booted from the faceoff here on the late change. As they're going to have the defenseman come in and take it, and Cranston's going to win that one cleanly. He's just going to rim that around. And Dixon was just heading that way, and now that's going to go all the way down the other end. There's McNeil's going to go back for it, and he's got McPherson on him, and he loses that one on the board. And a wraparound chance there for McPherson, and a good job by McKinnon to get across the crease there, showing off the mobility. It's McDonald. He's going to send that back down low. 10 seconds left to go here in the man advantage as Pelham has his hand on the door in the penalty box as he is ready to escape. McNeil on the backhand now. That's going to be an offside call as O'Coin was in just a split second ahead, and that's going to be just before the penalty ends here with 2 seconds left. So after this puck drop, should even things out here as now Pelham is going to enter the play, and all things are even now with 7:15 left to go here in the third period. McNeil hard on the forecheck as Noel didn't realize he was coming hard. Through the middle now. It's going to come up to the point for Link on the backhand. Shoots that through, and Noel's going to intercept that just inside the blue line. Noel, he's going to get the red, and he's just going to fire that one soft chip, and a great heads-up play there as he had Chip going cross corner. So once again, great IQ on display. Soft cross corner chip into an area where he knows his player can win a race. As now that's chipped out in neutral ice, and McDonald's just going to turn, fire that on net. And McKinnon's going to make another save there from a far distance away. Link, he's been impressive here this afternoon. He's going to take some ice, and he saw a seam, but that's picked off there by McPherson. And now Junior McNeil. He's going to go down the right side as Noel's going to step up and take that away from him, and they collide. Cranston tried to make a move. McPherson now has it for the Atlantics. In over the blue line, right side. He turns, finds Chip. Chip fires it, and he goes backdoor to Cranston. Cranston's going to loop around the net. He's going for the wraparound, but McKinnon read that like a book. As now Cranston, he's just going to turn back, delay, go the other way. Now he's going to cut back to the middle, across the top of the circle, makes another move, and he just gets poke checked there by McNeil. As Cranston did a good job of killing the clock there. As that puck going to stay inside the zone as McPherson's just going to take that and fire it. That's going to bounce over the glove of McKinnon there. As that took a weird hop. So McPherson still with the puck now. So he's going to hit the brakes behind the net. He's got O'Coin on him. And Hogan's going to go get that. He's going to try and clear, but that goes to Douglas. Good job of holding the line there at the right point. Shot. McNeil gets a piece of that and slows it down before it got to the net. Away goes O'Coin. O'Coin's got McNeil with him. McNeil goes to the bench. O'Coin down the right side. He's got Douglas, and a great play there by Douglas. Active stick. Now Cranston's going to pick that one up on the half wall. Away he goes, just inside the blue line. He's going to stop, hit the brakes. Now he's just going to fire that through a crowd, and McKinnon's going to square that one up and catch it. And he's going to smother it here with 5:24. So third period just cruising right along here. As now Jollymore and Kaiser, they'll be freed from the penalty box. After their shenanigans there. And now that face-off is going to be pushed to the right side as Sutcliffe tries to jump in and get an opportunity there. But that puck shot on net, and McKinnon's going to let that one bounce back out into the slot. And now they're just going to fire it up the wall for Jollymore. Jollymore. He's just going to one-touch that back down as Sutcliffe goes around on the forecheck. And now Surratt's going to pick it up for the Miners on the half wall. He's going to chip and go as now Castonguay is going to pinch as McKenzie had a step there, and he just got enough of his body to slow him down a little bit. And a good heads-up pass there by Jollymore for the indirect pass. And that shot tipped. Puck's in the slot there. Oh, and another chance there. It's laying in the crease. Now the whistle's going to go here. At least everybody in the rink thought it was, and the linesman's going to come in and halt things here. We're going to have a face-off to the right of McKinnon as that puck was just sitting in the crease. .453 left to go on the clock. Chebucto holding on to a 2-0 lead here still. Now McKenzie looks to get freed. He takes some hard back check in there from Sutcliffe, and away goes Jollymore, but miscommunication there with Metledge. As now McLean's just going to fire that in the zone, but it's blocked by the linesman. Luckily, otherwise it would have been offside. Now Jollymore is going to get in the right corner. He's got Hannon on him. Jollymore through the middle of the ice. That's going to go down, but it's tipped, so no icing as McNeil's going to go back, and he's got Struiff on him. No surprise there. That's going to be played with a high stick, and that faceoff's going to stay inside the minor zone here. As the final countdown comes on over the speakers. Semi-appropriate time for that song. Last 5 minutes of the third period. So now we're going to have another illegal line change here as McKenzie's going to have to come back out. So McKenzie's not going to be allowed to take that as he was the late addition to the rush here, and now it's going to go back to McDonald. McDonald's going to go partner pass to Noel. Noel makes a quick move there, goes backhand. That one finds its way through a crowd, but not to the net. Lorette now as Dixon goes in there. As McNeil, he's going to find the other McNeil. McNeil tries to go to McKenzie. Pelham, he's going to find McNeil in transition. McNeil cut to the middle. He's got a step now. Shot, and that Dixon got a piece of that, and Dixon's going to take him down, and that's going to be a delayed penalty now as he puts his arms in the air. So the liney and the ref are going to have a quick discussion here. Now that's going to be a 2-minute cross-checking penalty here for Dixon. And that'll be Chebucto's second power play opportunity here, and a good opportunity here for some extra insurance and to potentially put this one away as the 2-goal lead is still intact. So a little bit of a dangerous play there, but good to see the player get back up. As Pelham now, he's going to pick it up. He's just going to go back up top to McDonald. McDonald, shot from the point. That makes it all the way through, and McKinnon's just going to smother that up with the glove. So quick glove hand from the young netminder down there as he's been flashing it a few times here this afternoon. So 3:42 left on the clock. Chebucto has a man advantage here, and Link's just going to pick that up for the Miners, and he's going to try and get that down as that's intercepted. As now McKenzie's on, and he's just going to rim that around for McNeil. McNeil's going to have to race McDonald, but McDonald gets there first. McKenzie, he's going to rim that around. Link. McKenzie and Link, they link up. Away goes Link. Smooth skater down the right side. Tries to get some space. Can't. Pinched off. Pelham, he's just going to rip that in down behind the net, and he's going to give chase there as Hogan goes back for the Miners. That puck's just going to be sent the length of the ice, so no icing there as they are killing. And Cranston, the Chebucto captain, he's just going to go back for that now. So he's going to scan for his options. He's going to go cross ice to Noel now, and he just gets a tiny piece of that as he's going to give chase there as he's going to beat Hogan to the puck. Noel, the defender, he's in there first. As now Chip joins. Cranston now. He's got Kaiser coming in behind him as Link tries to pressure him now as Chip comes out of the left corner. Chip, he turns and back pass to Cranston. That one took a weird hop off the boards, almost like a bouncy ball there as now Chip, he's just going to fire that back into the corners. They're just going to try and kill the clock here on the power play until they get their opportunity as McPherson gets squeezed off there by Kaiser. McPherson centers that. Good play by McKinnon to get rid of that. Cranston finds that in the slot, but that rolls off his stick. So away goes Link. Link very active here. He's just going to fire that one at the net, and that hits Henneberry. Henneberry scans to find the open player. As now Chip. As now Cranston's going to get that out now. 2 minutes left to go here in the third period. As the Atlantis can taste it now. 5 seconds left here in the power play. As now Henneberry is just going to go soft chip off the wall for McPherson. McPherson, he's just going to chip that through the middle to Chip. Surprised him, but he got a stick on it. That's going to do it here for the power play. Chip chips it in the corner. Great name for the style of play here. He's just going to cycle that down low for McPherson, but that's going to be Krantz that's going to come in and take that, and he's just going to cycle that back down low. So the Atlantic's really working the cycle game here, which is great to see here at this age group. Minute and a half left to go now. McNeil looking to make something happen for the Miners. McNeil in on Henneberry. McNeil backhand blocked by Henneberry. Now Cranston's away. He's got some space. Empty net now for the Miners. Cranston's going to fire that in the great open net, and he misses to the right side, and he wasn't happy with himself there with a minute 10 left to go here in the final frame as the Miners look to have some late heroics here as that puck is poked away from McNeil. And now Cranston, he's just going to walk over the blue line. He's got some space. That's in the feet. That gets taken away. So Struiff now the high guy. He's going to try and clog the wall. Through the middle to McNeil. Last minute to play here in the third period. McNeil away. McNeil on Jollymore. McNeil, nice move. In on the backhand. Shot. Stopped there by Henneberry as that puck landed in the crease there. And Henneberry's going to smother that up. So now we got Kaiser down on the ice, and he's laboring to get back up, but he does now, and that's a good sign. So 47 seconds flat left here in the third period of this championship game. Chebucto holding on to a 2-0 lead here. Miners with the goalie pulled. So McKenzie on the draw. He's going to win that one back to McNeil. McNeil's just going to fire that one at the net, and that's in the feet of Jollymore, and he has no idea where it is. Inside the net, scores there for O'Coin on the doorstep, as that one took a funny bounce off the feet of Jollymore. And that's just an unfortunate one there for the Atlantics, as now the Miners cut the lead to 1. 41.3 seconds left here in the final frame. And Chebucto is going to look to hold off the late pressure here from the Miners team. So no quit the Miners, as the coach is going to instruct McKinnon to come up towards the hash marks here. So once they get possession, he's going to leave the net. We're just going to have an unfair face-off, so we're going to try that again, and no time off the clock there. So we'll sit pretty at 41.3 seconds. As now Dixon's away. He's going to turn. Fire. That's caught by Henneberry. Nice and calm as Dixon. Another good brush there for him. As now the Miners are going to get the extra attacker out, as the goal scorer McCoy is going to get rewarded for his goal, and he's going to get back out there, and he's probably going to go right back to where he was. Back post, and a real good test here for the Atlantics. As now that puck's going to go up top. Shot. Blocked by Pelham. Chip now. He's just going to fire that the length of the ice, and that's picked off. And he had two Atlantics going. Now Chip, he steps up. Pelham, he's going to get the red line. He's just going to fire that into the great gaping cage, and that's going to restore the 2-goal lead here, as the Chebucto bench can feel it now, and they're hopping up and down, as Pelham made the right play there to get the red line, as he tries to get the guys hyped down there. 17.3 seconds left on the clock as McKinnon makes his way back to the net. Cranston's just going to push that one forward, as Dixon's going to go for that, and Chip meets him there, and he's just going to fire that down low here. 10 seconds left to go here in the third period. Cranston hard on the forecheck there. He wants to kill as much clock as he can as the Chebucto players start to jump over the bench. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's going to do it. Your U11 AA champions at the Alan Sullivan Memorial Hockey Tournament are your Chebucto Atlantics with a perfect 5-0 record here in Cape Breton. As you see the gloves and sticks litter the ice, and Cranston, the leader of this group, is fired up as he wants the crowd to show the same energy here. So a great game all around. I would be remiss if I didn't congratulate the Glace Bay Miners, who took the long route to get here and played an absolutely incredible game and tournament. So hockey and the future for these kids is looking bright here as a well-played championship game now, as we're going to leave you with the sights and sounds of the arena. We thank you so much for tuning in, and we thank you for having us here as part of the Chebucto journey here of this tournament. So thank you once again from High Button Sports and all of us here. We thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll leave you with the banner and medal ceremony. And that's going to be Matt Dudelet and Justin Belanger signing off. So player of the game here for the Glace Bay Miners, number 30, Ryland McKinnon. And absolutely deserving as he stood on his head all game here. And a great performance there from McKinnon. And congratulations, young man. So once again, another goalie player of the game here is Hunter Henneberry. Holds Chebucto in this late, allowing only one goal here in the last 30 seconds, and his teammates love that. So deserving for both sides here. Congratulations to both player of the game and to both teams here. And for real now, signing off. Thank you for tuning in. See you later.